I'm sorry. This shit is hilarious. I'm sorry. I listen. I'm just going through Instagram, looking at these damn Insta stories. This shit is hilarious. I'm gonna play this shit again. Oh God! All right. But anyway, man, Clockwork Orange, man. This dude, watching this press conference, right? That was on earlier today, and him just going in on these reporters, man. It was like a comedy skit. It really was. I find that shit hilarious. His overt white supremacist rhetoric is just so obvious that he is a white supremacist, that his rhetoric is not only racist, but he practices racism. Therefore, it's racism, white supremacy. It's so obvious, you know. But the thing about it is that, I mean, he was going after everybody, especially these black reporters. And, you know, you ask him a question, he deflects, he denies, and this is the code of a white supremacist. Whenever you confront them with them actually practicing racism, white supremacy, or being accused of being a racist, they deny, they deflect, and they act dismissive. They dismiss the whole thing. They deny the whole thing. They deflect. And that's what he was doing with this reporter. This PBS reporter that asked him a question about, why did you call yourself a nationalist? When we all know the code word for nationalist is a white nationalist, aka a white supremacist. And, you know, obviously in classic code of white supremacy fashion, he denies it, he deflects it, and he says, no, that is a racist question. I'll play the video and come back with my commentary, guys. Here you go.
President Yamiche Alcindor with PBS NewsHour. On the campaign trail, you called yourself a nationalist. Some people saw that as emboldening white nationalists. Now people are also saying that the president,
such a racist
there are some people that say that now the Republican Party is seen as supporting white nationalists because of your rhetoric. What do you make of that?
I don't believe it. I don't know. Why do I have my highest poll numbers ever with African Americans? Why do I have among the highest poll numbers with African Americans? I mean, why do I have my highest poll numbers? That's such a racist question. Honestly, I mean, I know you have it written down and you're going to tell me. Let me tell you, it's a racist question.
And Mr. President,
I love it. You know what the word is? I love our country. I do. You have nationalists, you have globalists. I also love the world. And I don't mind helping the world, but we have to straighten out our country first. We have a lot of problems.
And
excuse me, but to say that, what you said is so insulting to me. It's a very terrible thing that you said. Well, let me get April's.
All right, so now we know what he means, right? We know what he means when he says, you know, I love our country. AKA, this is white country. This is my, you know, going by the mind of a white supremacist. In the mind of Trump and his supporters and people who think like him in a white supremacist ideology, classic undertone or overtone for that matter. When he says, I love this country, that basically means this is my country. Your nigger bastard ass should not be here. It's basically what he was trying to tell the reporter. Okay? And then obviously when you ask him a question about what he said of him proclaiming that he is a white nationalist, he says that's a racist question. Deflects. Denies, deflects, and of course, like I said, is dismissive. And that's exactly what it is, particularly to these black reporters. And that wasn't the only one that he did that to. There was a couple of other black reporters as well that he was name calling, racial undertones, just acting like we are subhuman, and rightfully so, because he is a white supremacist, practicing a white supremacist ideology in the face of white supremacy in the White House. And that's what it is. You know, that's what it is. So, like I said, you know, my last video regarding Democratic candidate for governor, Andrew Gillum, and, you know, why Florida did not allow Andrew Gillum to quote unquote monkey it up is because black people, again, we don't vote collectively as a group in the voting block politically for our own agenda. And when I say own agenda, I mean everything from top to bottom when it comes to the advancement and the protection of black society. Number one, we need to form our own political party. Not voting blindly because you're a Democrat or a Republican. And one of my subscribers made a great point. He mentioned that, you know, all we do, we vote together. Majority of us who are classified as black vote Democrat just to vote Democrat, but we don't vote for our best interest. We only vote in spite of the opposition. So we don't even know what we're voting for. We're just voting because, you know, because we have a liberal democratic mind state. And it's voting based off of tradition. You're not voting based off of advancement and protection. You're not voting based off of an ideology or an agenda. You're just voting in spite of the opposition, which is Republican, right? And that's a trend that needs to stop. Again, we need to form our own political party. We need to have an agenda in place, and we need to have funding to back up our agenda, and therefore will be taken seriously, like any other ethnic group or any other group, particularly like the LGBT community, like the Jewish community, like the so-called Native Americans, like the Japanese community. They're all protected groups, but we're not. Right? This is exactly why we lost power collectively as a group, because we're not taken seriously. And you have guys like Tariq Nasheed and Tariq Nasheed and Jason Whitlock, or aka Fatlock, publicly addressing they don't vote. You know, they don't vote. I mean, I don't agree with that ideology. I don't blame them either. We need to vote collectively as a group, bottom line, and we need to form our own political party. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about this reporter that was just completely shamed and confronting a question about Donald Trump's white supremacist ideology by proclaiming that he is a white nationalist, and he deflects and says, no, that's a racist question. You know, typical code to follow a white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to share my thoughts about this video, family. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. Till next time, family, Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.